then
were you just dying? Were you just
dying.
looking, going?
I had the ick.
But did you say to him, what are you doing?
No, because.
And then the camera comes in from the top and looks at this soup, and all my kids are like, oh my God, Mum,
Oh, no.
you can do that in your sleep. It's so embarrassing.
He was very taken by me.
Oh, of course he was. Oh my God.
I was at home with Krissy, Victoria and Nicole.
Wait, Sydney summer?
Sydney summer.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. Welcome to At Home with Krissy, Victoria and Nicole. This season, we are working with something special that's going to touch your heart. We're living it now. It's Sydney summer. And tonight is date night. I'm Victoria Montano.
I'm Krissy Marsh.
And I'm Nicole O'Neill. And welcome to Date Night and Dating Disasters.
Woo! Cannot. Oh my goodness.
Krissy, you know there's a Runard shortage in Sydney.
I know
at the
there is.
moment.
I know there is. I'm really sorry. I
my
didn't waste a
gosh.
drop. I promise. Now, if that's date night, you would splash it over your husband and
Or your boyfriend.
or boyfriend, or
girlfriend.
and drink it off them. Exactly. Sorry about that. I would have done that if I sprinkled on you.
Guys, today I'm going to show you how to do something so simple and so easy. I learned a very important lesson from my husband when I met him, and that is men are really simple creatures. They just want to be fed, and I won't say the other word, but his favorite dish, like most men in the world,
It's
is
not
fancy.
It's what? It's not steak. It's Victoria on a platter.
Aside from me, his favorite dish is not fancy. It is so simple. It is literally steak and chips. I'm going to show you how to do it the way Tim likes it. You can add your own flair to it, but this, I tell you, ladies, is going to keep every man happy.
And it's better than salmon in a bag. And it's not just any man. Anyone would love to eat
It's
this.
simple.
And if you want to chat to people and you want to be talking and you want to, actually, girls, quick, let's have a drink.
Yeah, I'm desperate.
There you go.
Can you pop it back in the fridge?
Yes, sure.
Oh wait, we got a cheers?
Oh yes, cheers.
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 I don't know if it'll need to go back in the fridge. I'm quite fast
No,
at this thing.
we need it cold. There's a Runard shortage.
I agree.
Okay, Nicole, can you help me?
Sure.
What I want to do, and we would usually do this about an hour before, but I wanted to do it for you on camera. Can you olive oil, salt, and pepper all the steaks?
Yeah.
Krissy,
So
on
that's. I like the fact that you're olive oiling. If you were doing it on the barbecue, would you still olive oil it?
I would.
You would.
Yeah,
I
I do
chop
too.
these potatoes.
Yes.
Now, I do them like French fries.
Oh, of course you do. Give me the hard job. Why don't you give me the basic job?
So cut it nicely like this, right?
Yeah. Watch your fingers.
So when we cut it, in French fry.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Yep. Got that.
Now I want you to go really heavy on the salt and the pepper. Less on one, just do one I'm doing one for Theodora secretly now, guys, just to tell you. That's why this
But
for.
that's good for date night. You can
less
feed
salt.
the kids early, and then you don't have to go out to dinner, especially with the cost of living
No,
these days.
No
You can
salt
buy
in
a
that.
good quality piece of
Okay,
steak.
Let's turn them around. Can you turn them around and
Yeah.
do both sides?
Can I have the tongs, please?
Oh, you don't want to use your, my hands are clean.
Yeah, I
Okay,
just
I'm
don't want to
gonna put
re-put them in.
I'm going to put this on. You need this pan to be steaming hot before you put the
And in terms of
Very, very
potatoes, is there a potato you prefer, Victoria?
I prefer,
A russet?
not really. I
No?
like all potatoes. I
Yeah.
don't discriminate against carbs.
I know, and I think all men love, I'm still generalising about all men. Date night, I think a perfect steak, you have to have a carb with it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
you
that's
have to.
salad.
Yeah.
This is
I've got a little green salad. I'm not going to talk you through making that because we all know how to make a green salad, but we'll plate it up so you can see with the green salad because that's really going to add the pop of colour. This is heating up. We're going to get it really hot. Krissy, can you?
So this meat generally will sit for at least an hour.
That will sit for an hour, Krissy. That's for the potatoes.
Perfect. And what, you're not oiling them before, you're just throwing them straight onto the pan?
No, so they've been oiled.
Just
salt,
No, no,
and
me
pepper.
here.
No, I'm going to tell you now.
Okay.
Now, this is a big, is that the olive oil?
Yeah.
I love your secrets.
Now, I want to tell you a secret
Yeah.
on how to do the crispiest potatoes. Boil them first. I've got
Always.
some that I prepared earlier. I'm not going to show you how to boil potatoes. So we cut them like
Yes.
this. You parboil them. for about 15 minutes.
So they're not flaking apart. They've still got to be firm.
Yeah.
So
keep their
you
shape.
put
Yes.
them onto this pan.
So these will have been parboiled.
Yes.
Sprinkle onto
And
the
what
pan.
I want you to do
They would
is
have been
get
cut a bit thinner than that.
you could. What I want you to do is get down and dirty with the vegetable oil.
Oh yeah.
No,
Put it through your fingers.
There is no space for expensive olive oil on your oven baked fry.
Really?
No, there's
Oh my
not.
God. No, I hate vegetable oils.
Okay, try this.
I don't hate the taste. I just hate them for the.
Of course, but we're not here to
Okay.
count our calories. We're
No,
here on a
it's-
date night
Okay,
to
okay.
please our man.
So I'm getting my fingers beautifully, and I have washed my hands previously.
Nick, can we put
In
this
the last 5 days.
I'm gonna use my hands, guys. So
No, I put way too much oil in.
No, you didn't. That's
no?
good.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
okay.
So
I
this
would've-
pan now is
I would have
very,
said.
very, very hot. I think you can hear it in the sizzle.
Keep the potatoes separated, otherwise they won't go crispy.
you've got to
Oh,
lay
yum.
those potatoes out like I want them to be like Tetris.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I want it to be really.
Okay.
The secret is when you have a good quality piece of meat, it requires very little seasoning.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No, I still like a heavy dose of salt and pepper.
Salt and
Yeah,
pepper,
yeah.
but I'm talking
Yeah.
about other
Flavor.
herbs and
Yeah,
spices
totally.
Flavor.
and flavors and sauces.
We understand, the cost of living is high these days.
Bless you.
Are you joking? Ben, we're going to have
Bless
to do
you.
another take of that. We understand the cost of living is really high these days, but the key to keeping your man happy on date night is just to go to the butcher and ask for the best cut of meat you can afford. Do as little to it as possible. Salt, pepper, olive oil.
Big
And
tip, room temperature.
it must be room temperature when you cook it. It cannot be out of the fridge. And when I say do as little to it as possible, that really transcends through the whole cooking process. So we put the salt on, we put the pepper on, we put the olive oil on. When we put it on the pan, when it's steaming hot and this meat is room temperature, I am not going to touch this meat at all, probably for 4 or 5 minutes.
People like to fiddle with it and push it and check it and that. No, leave it.
So we say presentation side first, so you always do the prettier side down first. That's going to stay for 4 or 5 minutes. It's going to get that perfect caramelization. And then when we flip it over, who gives a fucking shit about the other side?
I didn't realise presentation side first.
Presentation side
There you
first.
go.
And you've got a little bit of wriggle room
wriggle
with the
room,
other
okay.
side.
You know,
Okay.
if that side doesn't work out for whatever reason, you still have a second chance.
Yeah, exactly. But this is great for a quick lunch, quick barbecue.
Yeah.
Krissy, can we put a lot of salt
yes.
on
This
that?
A
is
lot of
great when you
salt.
want to impress someone, when you want to please someone.
Or when you don't want to waste a lot of time in the kitchen.
Yes, because you've got better things to do on date night.
Way better
like
things
I
to
say,
do.
date night for me is fight night. So
Fight night.
yeah, so normally we invite other couples along with us now because when the two of us get together, I want to bring up everything that I'm not happy about.
Oh my God, that's exactly what
It's
happens
date
to me
night
and
is
Tim.
fight night.
That's exactly what happens to me and Tim.
So now
To the
date
point
night
where
for
I'm
me.
like, I don't want to go on.
No,
like,
so
these
now I
stories.
always have another couple, so then I don't fight as much. So if your date nights are like my fight nights, so then
That's what
bring
happens
another
after. How
couple.
many years have you been married, Krissy?
22, but you know,
And you, Victoria?
we just like to make up.
13.
Krissy's head.
Always goes there.
Okay, so Krissy's done the salt on these potatoes. It's actually not enough.
Oh my goodness. Cardiac arrest. I'm getting more champagne. I'll be back.
I'm going to go and pop these in the oven. Luckily, I prepared some earlier because
How
we don't
long would
have
you
that
say
much
that would
time.
normally
And
take?
I'm supervising the steak.
These are parboiled as we discussed before, and now I'm going to put them in the oven. My oven is preheated at 250 degrees.
Woo! That
I'm
is
gonna-
hot, baby.
I'm going to put it in at 250 degrees. I'm going to turn it down to 230 degrees. I'm going to leave them in for about 20 minutes. I'm then going to turn the oven totally off and leave them in for another 15 minutes. And I promise you, I swear on my children's lives,
Oh, wow.
they will be the best oven-baked potatoes you've ever had in your life. We have been cooking these now for 5 minutes. I'm going to turn them over and see a beautiful caramelization.
That crust there is.
And now I am not going to touch them again for about 4 minutes. But the key to this steak being juicy and succulent is in the resting. So if we cook it for 5 minutes on one side and 4 minutes on the other side, that is 9. Nicole, what is half of 9?
4.5.
We must rest the steak for a minimum of 4.5 minutes. Otherwise, it won't be good.
One more question, Victoria.
Where did you get that stat from?
People wonder about medium rare, well done. How long are you cooking for?
I don't follow recipes. I'm a very relaxed person, so I'm the worst person to ask this question to. Everyone says about this touching thing. I mean, I vaguely follow that. So at the moment, it's very soft, so it's rare. So they say that's rare.
Oh my gosh, I've never heard of that. Are we talking about date night, or are we talking about this piece of meat?
It's about the. Can I say honestly, Nicole? I think you need to practice.
Yes.
What don't you say?
Yes.
Exactly.
I think
You don't go and play tennis and expect to be perfect. It's all about practice. No one's born an amazing cook.
No, it's also,
that's a great point.
it's also, that's why I think it's very important that your meat's at room temperature.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's a crucial point.
When you're resting it, are you resting it just out in the open air? Are you resting it in the oven?
Okay, I rest it out in the open air.
Yes.
Because these are just little 200
So do
gram
I.
fillets. If I was resting a whole 2 kilo eye fillet long, I probably would put a little bit of oil on it, not because of any other reason that I am going to serve it even later. So we're going to eat these in 4.5 minutes time. But if I'm doing a 2 kilo, I'm probably cooking it because I'm feeding 20 people and I'm going to serve it at room temperature.
Yeah.
So I think I would just rest it on this plate. I'm going to talk you through this salad really quickly.
Perfect.
It's just tomato, cucumber, a little bit of spring onion and some radish.
Beautifully chopped.
We do the radish because
I love radish.
it's got that spicy kick to it. Probably the spring onion for a little bit of flavour. Tomatoes and cucumbers because people are trying to be healthy.
Beautiful.
Here are the finished
Oh my
chips.
gosh. And you know what I can't believe? I always never put the salt on after the oil. That's a really good tip I learnt today because the salt stays on top. And they're super crunchy.
So yummy. This looks like you got it from the fish and chip shop, you know?
Yeah. And I love the skin on as well.
Oh, always keep the skin
That
on.
looks fabulous.
So I'm touching these. That one
Is more
is rare.
medium.
These are getting there.
Yeah. Oh my God, this just looks too good. I'm starving.
Okay, I'm going to take Theodora's out.
Because it's good to cook them on date night.
Can I be very bothersome and have mine well done, please?
Oh God, we don't have time. I'm going
Can
to
I
rest.
make a butterfly? Can we butterfly mine?
Oh no, don't
No, we
torture
can't. Yes, we can.
it. No, you'll torture it.
Okay. I'm just going to have to call someone for a knife if you just wait a second. Estelle, could I have a knife to cut the steak?
Something I prepared earlier. Here's a knife.
Thank you. Estelle, I prepared Estelle earlier too.
This is for
Do
the.
that one.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a bit like thinking minutes.
No, do that. That one's
Look, she's so bossy. You know, she's so bossy.
I've never butterflied a steak.
And don't
before,
don't cut the bottom of the pan because we'll kill you. Okay. She's making it just into a thinner slice. Oh my gosh, it is so beautifully cooked right now. Oh my God.
Can you put it
I
down?
need it just like that. I'm going to put hot English mustard on it. And I am having it exactly. Look at that.
So that
oh
was
my
really
gosh.
well done. So
We've got to take ours off.
I'm
That
gonna
is
take,
perfect.
hers is a little bit thinner,
Oh.
so I'm just going to wait for 30 more seconds, Krissy.
Oh, yum. And the thing is, when that juice comes out like that, when it's resting, I don't tip it back over.
Do you make gravy with it?
No, well, you can if you're doing a gravy, or I just pour it out. I pour it off the plate. If you're just having it with that. But you could throw butter in here now and go over the top. You could put rosemary in there and scoop over the top. You could throw some mushrooms in there with some butter and make a quick mushroom sauce. Or you can have it plain.
Okay, so what we are going to do now is pray for Nicole's piece of meat that has just died a slow, painful death. Krissy and I are going to wait our precise 4.5 minutes.
Exactly.
Soon you will see us sitting down
Timer on.
the most beautiful steak, simply served with salt and pepper. I've got some lemon, I've got some mustard over there, crunchy fries, and a garden salad. You do not want to be too full for the activities you have to partake in after date night. Just have half. What better way to celebrate Sydney summer other than a date night? I'm so happy to be here tonight.
Where are our dates?
Not with Tim. Not with Tim.
Where are your dates, Victoria?
I have got two of the most sensational dates I could ever imagine, and we are going to enjoy this steak, enjoy these chips, but we're going to talk to you about our dating disasters, Krissy.
Oh my gosh, I've got a few. If you want to spend all night, but I don't want to hold. Okay, this is a really good one. A really gorgeous guy. Exceptionally professional. Asked me on this date. Had a couple of dates. It was going well. So I said, look, why don't I cook dinner for you? Made him lamb cutlets. Invited a couple of other people around as well. So I put all the food in the middle of the table. We called him the chop sucker. He gets his chop, dips it in the communal mash, sticks it in his mouth, sucks it like that off,
So
and then
bad.
we're all just sitting, which is fine. But then he double dips. He double dips. I could not look at him again. I knew that was over. I have got another one.
So he gave you the
Did he give you the ick?
Oh my God. Like, it was just like the way that he sucked that chop. I'm like, mate, and sticking it back in. I'm like, oh.
Did you say anything to him, or that was it? You never saw him again?
No, I was just like that. I was just like, everyone around the table was going, looking at these ones. So that was a definite no. But this is another one which is quite funny. I'm waiting upstairs with my flatmate, and he said, where wouldn't you like to go? I'm like, well, on first date, I'd really be offended if someone took me to like a pub. I didn't want to, like, this is back, 22 years ago. You expect on a date to go somewhere nice. And I said, you know what? I mean, they've got to come to the door. Exactly. We're traditional. I think things are lax now. People wouldn't have the
Well,
same.
it's online dating, so I don't think you come to the door when
No.
you online date.
And most of the time they meet somewhere.
Exactly. And people
Mutual.
don't have those same expectations.
Yeah.
But he's out the front giving it, and he's like, that's your date. I'm like, as if he wouldn't come to the door. So how times have changed. I didn't even
And he
think
gave
about
you
the
the
online dating now. And what was yours?
I've got a lot of dating disasters, but I might.
I think you are the dating disaster.
No,
Weren't you
No,
the
she's the runaway bride.
Oh, well,
I am a dating disaster.
Okay.
Don't date me.
Lucky you're married.
I'll do a cooking one. So Tim was obviously trying to get me into bed, as men do, and it was our third date, so he invited me to his place. And he said, I'm going to cook for you. I said, okay, can you cook?
can you pass me the butter, please?
He said, yes, I can cook. I said, amazing. So I got there. I said, what are you making? And he said, chicken parmesan. I said, fabulous. He got some chicken thighs.
Yeah.
He pan-seared them. Fine.
Nice.
Put his grill on. He got some tomato sauce.
Oh no.
Squeezed it on the chicken
Love
thigh.
him for having an effort.
He got a bag of grated cheese and he
Oh, wow.
put the cheese over the top. He put it under the grill.
Oh.
And then
Were you just dying? Were
I
you
was
just
dying.
looking, going?
I had the ick.
But
I
did
was
you
like,
did you say to him, what are you doing?
no? Because it was our third date, so I couldn't be like, you are a moron. No, I had to be like, oh my God, you're so
Oh, amazing.
fabulous. And then he did the sides of this chicken parmigiana.
Well, that's good. A lot of men wouldn't
till you
bother to
hear
do
what the
sides. A lot
side
of
is.
people wouldn't bother to do
Wait till you
sides.
hear what
Oh,
the
he did
side
sides
is.
to
It's
go
going
with
to
it.
blow your mind. Bok choy pan fried in butter. With chicken, like this sort of like faux chicken parmigiana. So
Oh my God.
then I said to him,
I just love it.
this is a part of the story I've actually never told anyone. Then I said to him, should I set the table? He goes, no, I usually just eat in bed.
Oh my God, you did not go up and take it to bed.
Ick.
You said it's the third date. You said it's the third date.
I have the ick factor.
Oh my
I would have
God.
walked out.
I have the ick factor. So obviously, now you know all my secrets.
So how did he redeem himself, Victoria?
In the bedroom.
Yeah.
I mean, where did it go from there?
Look, it's been downhill since that point, actually.
What's yours, Nicole?
I had a boyfriend in Beirut take me out for dinner, and he was very taken by me.
Oh, of course he was. Oh my God, please. Can you believe she just said
I
that?
just told a story about chicken parmesan.
I'm sorry, he was very taken with you and...
So
How did you know he was taken with
Well,
you?
he booked a restaurant for dinner and he came to pick me up.
Yes.
And he's like, so he came to pick me up and he came with a big bouquet of roses.
I love him already.
And he said, these are for you. And he said, these roses are called the Nicole rose. I've had them flown in from Holland.
Oh my gosh.
In your honour.
That's
So,
it.
I started and I was
Immediate ick.
No.
But then I was starting to be like, oh my gosh. And then he took me for dinner and he took me into a restaurant and he said, I want you all to myself. And he booked out the whole restaurant.
Oh my God, I love him even more.
So I walked in, I had this real pit in my stomach because
The
for me
pressure.
that feels pressure. Like
How old were you?
21.
Oh my God, no wonder.
And so no wonder what I was.
Well,
'cause I
you're
was
so good
young.
looking.
No, but
I mean, I remember
the
those
pressure.
photos of you when you were 21. Not to say that you're not now, but
I mean, she's lost it a bit.
lost it a
Lost
bit. Right.
But the pressure I felt, and that gave me the ick straight away. It felt like he tried just that little bit too hard.
Oh.
No.
I know, I just couldn't.
See, that's the problem. Men don't know whether to try too hard, try too little. Look,
It was very thoughtful, but it felt like it was a bit obsessive.
I think
There was something about it for me.
important
that
thing for
just-
me is my boys can cook. I would hope that if they take a girl on a date,
Yeah.
I would hope that they're still very traditional. I hope that they open a door. I want them to do all those things. But half the time they don't know what they're meant to do. And by the time Xavier gets to dating, which isn't that far off,
Yeah.
you'll be wondering what he's meant to do.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
know what people don't.
No,
Our
and that's-
children don't know what's allowed
No.
and not allowed, what's consent
Well, I
and
mean-
what's not consensual.
I know I'm not supposed to say things like this, but we are in a time in history where actually nothing's allowed anymore.
Exactly. It's
And
true.
that is a shame. But to wrap up dating disasters, does anyone have anything to add? In conclusion.
No, because I don't want to add. I do. I do.
Yeah, actually I do too.
Okay, go on.
So I have another story,
Better be short.
which is very
yeah.
thoughtful. I came back to Sydney and there was a charming boy in Beirut at the time, and he sent me a gift. And I went to post office and picked it up, and I opened it and it was a pair of shoes from Burberry. They were very in at the time.
You're very materialistic, Nicole.
No, but they were very in at the time.
Yes.
And in it was a card that read, I don't expect you to think of me every time you wear these shoes. I just hope that every step you take in them brings you closer to me.
Oh my
Is
God,
that
I've
good or
got
bad?
goosebumps.
Well, I
You
just
got the ick?
well, no, but ish, but I thought it was
So
a
wait, are we
thoughtful-
going to good dating stories?
No, I'm just
She's just
a dating story.
I just want you to say, I just want you all to know that Nicole has crowned herself as the executive producer of this show. This show is about dating disasters, and she has just changed the subject.
No, but you know
So-
what? I think we want to end on a high note. And I think my advice to anyone out there is, regardless of whether you can cook, you can't cook, the fact that you've made the effort is what people will love. The fact that
Yeah.
you
put
know,
forward.
and you explain, I made you this because of this, or I did this. People are busy, people are coming home from work. The thought that you've gone to the butcher to buy this, the beautiful salad you've chopped, that's what it's
This is
about.
not a complicated
It's
meal.
about gratitude, and it's about being thankful and spending time together.
Absolutely.
And no one I'd rather have a date with than
Guys,
you two.
let's do a cheers. We have Sydney summer is upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, what better way to celebrate Sydney summer than a steak and hot chips for your date night? Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Cheers.
Brilliant.